everybody. Today we're going to be working some more on our Ocean Life Junk Journal. Y'all come in and say hi. Let me know you're here. We're live on Facebook. Get you guys pulled up so I can see the chat. All right, so we're working on this journal. It's Ocean Life. Just waiting for some people to jump on here. And then I'll move the camera up top. We did a few tags off our normal thing, so just so you know. I didn't post it to YouTube. Sometimes I do, but I did not. So I did a couple of ocean type tags on my stencil Sunday. So let's see, crab. I did this one the other day. Sorry, it froze. This wasn't on there, but it's got fish. It's texture paste, so it's raised. I don't know if you can see that. And then I did this one also off camera. I'll try to find places for all of those. Not really getting anybody. I think we're live okay. I see one person. They haven't said hi or anything, but I see they're on here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this camera up top, I think. Just make sure that I can actually see. I think I can. Yeah, slow night tonight. All right, that's okay. Y'all can catch the replay. I'm going to pull the camera up top. I hope it's not too low. I got this tripod kind of low today, which is good for y'all, but bad because it goes out of focus. All right. I think that is okay. Is it straight? Not quite. There we go. It looks pretty straight. Somebody said hi finally. Hello, Deborah. And I see Nancy is watching. Hey, Nancy. I'm starting to worry. Nobody found me. Sometimes y'all don't get the notifications, so it wouldn't surprise me. All right, so we're working in our oceanfront journal, Ocean Life Journal. I think I'm going to do a waterfall thing today. That's what I'm leaning toward. And then we'll figure out some places maybe for some of these tags that I did. Figure out, I just got to probably decorate the backs a little bit with some papers. I did download a digital. I wasn't sure if I was going to, but I didn't have a lot of stuff. So I did download a digital. Let me see if I can find it. I threw everything in one bin, but now it's all in one bin, so it's good and bad. Good because it's all together, but bad because I got to dig through it to find stuff. So let's see. So this is what I'm going to use for a waterfall, these little calendar things. I've got some more here. And then I know I've got some digitals in here. I just got to figure out where I stuck them. I think they're on this clipboard. All right, let's see. These stick sticker's handy. This was just from my vintage sticker set. I just pulled a few things out that I thought might work. Kind of nautical, so I stuck those in there. Oh, I'm folding back a sticker. That will be a problem. It's like, I like these envelopes, but you do have to be careful when you have stickers because it'll definitely catch it and fold it back. All right, let's see. Where did I stick the papers? Oh, here they are. So I didn't print all of them out, and this one didn't print right, so I'll use one side or the other. But this set, I'm sure there's a label here somewhere because I don't have it written in front of me. That's cardstock. It's a pretty set. It's got some cute stuff. Oh, here it is. Usually there's a label somewhere. Miles Beyond the Moon. Whimsical digital graphics and printables. I found it on Etsy. And I bought that one. It wasn't expensive. I don't know. $3 maybe for, I don't know, tops. I don't remember, but I think it was on sale, so it might have only been $2 something. But it's got some really cute vintage looking pieces. So I only printed out some of them. This is probably way too big, but I might use it somehow anyway. I should have shrunk it down because my journal is not that big. But so that just gives you an idea of what's in it. It has some nice background pages and then some very vintage looking things. I think that's these are just freebies. They're public domain things that I printed out. They're from what's his name? It's something with an A. It's Milo. Is it Albert? No. Is it Albert? No, it's not Albert. What is it? These are, gosh, girl. I'm trying to, I think these are from the set, but I'm not 100% sure. I might have to look. They might be from Graphics Fairy. All right, let me just look. Now I can't remember. Y'all know when I print pictures, I always go into the little info thing, and I add where it was I found that. Remember. Okay, so if you look on your photos, there's that little info button, and if you click it, you can put a little comment. So like that Wells Graphics Fairy. Let's see. This one, also Graphics Fairy. This says it's Pickerel, 1900 Sea Serpent. Graphics Fairy. Graphics Fairy. I get a lot from Graphics Fairy when I can. Sometimes I can't find stuff, but PBB is Picture Box Blue, I think. I don't think I wrote it completely out on any of these. But so some of these, there's a lot of different ones, but it's Picture Box Blue, I think. Graphics Fairy and Pickerel is where I found a lot of these, including these. I think is it Albert Milo? Wait, shoot, let me look. Now I can't remember. Alfred? Adolf. I knew it was an A. Adolf Milo. So he has all these kind of natural history kind of things that he does, and I've used them before in like my nature journal and stuff. So you can find all kinds of stuff in the public domain on him. And so there's some great sea life ones here that I printed out, and I made them small so that they'll go somewhere as a tag or something. I printed out a couple of options of that. All right, so I think that was all I printed. Let me get back to my live so I can see y'all's comments. All right, These are calendar pages and such, which is not what we're going to use today. I don't think I have any other printouts in here. Just that whale one from my 1400s, I think, book. It's a copyright-free image thing. I love this whale. I might stick it somewhere. I'll have to fold it up. Printed it really big. I was going to put it in coffee paper, though. Coffee dyed paper, and I didn't. So we'll see. So anyway, that's some of this new stuff that I have that we'll be pulling from. But this is the one digital that I did. And like I said, I only printed some of it, but I thought it was cute. It'll just give me a little bit more to pull from. I don't know that I might use any of it today. I'll have to print that smaller because I don't think there's any way I can make that work. Oh, I printed on the other side of it. Yeah, I may just use these little guys and fussy cut them or something. I've got this on cardstock too in here though. I'm pretty sure I just saw it on cardstock. Oh, that's copy paper too. Okay, they're both on copy paper. All right, well, anyway, gives you an idea. So let's work on our waterfall. I just wanted to kind of touch base and let you know the things that I have in case you are doing it 1-2. So let's see where we could put a waterfall and make it look good. Why does it feel so... Oh, it feels thin because I put a thicker piece there. I'm like, why is this bottom so thin? That's why. So that's where I put that one we did on Stencil Sunday. Got a lot of blank spaces for a waterfall. So the waterfall is going to be either beach or lighthouse. I have both. My sample that I did has actually got beach ones on it, but it's my sample, so we'll have to make another one. So I have beach ones. You just need 5 cards that are the same size. So I can use any of these that I want that are the same size. I'm sure I have duplicates in here. I don't know why I have duplicates. That I might have bought 2 calendars because they're all actual calendar pages. Do you see that one? I don't see that one. I must have bought 2 calendars. That's my guess. Because I don't think there's 2 sets of thumbnails on it. I probably just had them in different rooms or something. These are Dollar Tree calendars. That's bigger, that's bigger. And then I have the lighthouse ones. So either of those would work. I have this is my sample. And it actually is a beach one. But it's my sample and it's got all my instructions on it. So I'm not going to use it today. But it will be very similar to this probably if I do this one. But maybe I'll do the lighthouse. I don't know. I don't really have. I may end up doing one of both. But maybe we'll do the lighthouse today. Let me see what these lighthouses look like. So they're a little longer. But by the time because you have to put like a 1/4 of an inch in between. So as long as you can fit all 5, you can do less or more. Don't go more than 6 though. It gets very complicated and it doesn't work well. 5 seems to be a good number, I think. 5 or 6 is what I usually do. That might have done 6 on this one. Yeah, I did 6. But you can see that, once you do that, then it doesn't end up being too big. And this would just be a little bit bigger than this, which would still work fine on a page. So can do it with these lighthouse ones too. Do you want me to do a lighthouse, or do you want me to pick beach pictures? Like I said, whatever one I don't do on camera, I'll probably just do another one and stick it somewhere anyway. I might as well use them. I don't know that I'm going to make another beach one. I might, you never know. And then some of these images I left whole because I was thinking I could make a belly band with them. Because I think 4 together like that is just the right size for a belly band. So I left some of them whole like that. All right. Any thoughts? Any talking? Nope, no talking. Okay. Let's see. Where do I want to put it? I'd rather it be on a sturdy page. So let's see what we got for sturdy pages. This is kind of sturdy, but it also is one of those middle pages because it's smaller. I'm not sure I want it there. That's pretty sturdy. This is all very dark blues though, so maybe I want to stick with one of the dark blue pages. This rocks. That would kind of make sense, I guess. Maybe I'll do one with the rocks. I don't know. Let's set these aside for now. So many. Man, I should turn my fan on. I'm melting again. Okay, let's see what colors look good. I think this is a good spot. The page is sturdy. It's better if you have a little bit of a sturdier page when you're doing these little things because you have to be able to pull it, and if the page is too flimsy, it doesn't work well. Okay, which ones do I like best? I'm gonna pick 5 that will look good on this page. So maybe I like this one with a little bit of red in there. This one's nice and bright. This one's also nice and bright. I know these are calendar, but I'm not gonna do anything with the months or anything. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna leave them. I could cut off the frame, but I think I'm just gonna leave it because it makes it, you know, look more like actual ephemera that we got from somewhere. Do I like that mixture? I like that. I'm not sure about that one. I want a brighter one. This one's kind of dark. Some of these are honestly kind of dark. Not that it's surprising. A lot of times lighthouse pictures are darker. Debating if I'm gonna do I don't think I'm gonna do 6. I don't know. Maybe I should. I'll try to do 6. Has this got the bottom thing? No. Okay. So the first one is that. Yeah. I think we'll do 6. I think it'll fit fine. You just have to have room to attach it. It attaches only on this little thingy. Okay. So it attaches, and then it has to be able to clear. It doesn't matter if it comes out the bottom, but it has to be able to clear lifting up at the top, and then just the tab at the bottom. So I think we'll be okay. I know these are just a little bit longer, so not too much longer. I guess those are pretty. I don't know. I like them all. They're lighthouses, you know. We'll do those. I'll try 6, even though they're bigger. All right, so I like to use a file folder because for some reason that type of paper just holds up well for these. You can use whatever, you know, cardstock you want, but I think file folder paper holds up the best. So you just want to get a piece that is, I think this is like 9 inches long. So for this one, we're going to have to go a little bit longer because we have like about 1/4 of an inch for each one. So I think I'm going to start off with maybe, let's see, so that would be 1/4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that would be 1.5 inches longer. So let's go 10.5 to start with. We can always trim it if it's too long, but it's harder the other way around. So we'll start at 10.5. This one I think was 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this one was 9. So we'll try one at 10.5 and see if it works. I think it'll work. I think. So let me grab a file folder. I have some that are already cut a little bit. I could get one that's colored too, because I do have some colored ones. I've got this one. It's already got a color to it because I painted it. Let's see, we're going to get 10 inches out of this. I think just go this way. Oops. Like, what? Brain's not working. Yeah, that's 11.5, so yeah, I can get 10 out of it. Alright, let's just cut off a piece of it. It's got that little fold there. I'm just going to get rid of that. And then you want it as wide as your picture. Okay? If you want a frame, you could leave a frame, but I usually don't, but you can. These already have a frame built into them, so I'm not going to bother. So as wide as that, and I might leave just a little teeny bit around it, just because I like the colors. Because usually I just have it plain and then I decorate it. But since I already have a file folder that's got some color to it, I might as well use it. So I'm just going to cut it off to where it fits that. And I'll just leave this whole, it's like 11.5, and then we'll trim it. Okay. So, oh, I'm going to need that. Okay, let's see. Let me put a paper clip in here so I don't lose my space. I can shut it and move it aside. Just do that real quick. Just get it out of my way. I know I've done these a lot, so those who have seen it, I know it's nothing new, but if you're like me, you forget how to do them. Then you have to decide what pictures do you want on as your main picture, because one will be your main picture. I mean, feasibly, I have room to do 2 of these. I could do all the months and do 2 of them. That's a thought. Just because it does have the calendar months. What's January look like? Do I even... No, you know, I feel like one calendar month was missing because they made it big. They totally did. Yeah. I remember thinking that. They took one of the months and it's like this size instead of the other thumbnail size. So I'm sure I'm missing something. What is it? January, February, March, it's April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So it's May, no, April. It's April it's missing. All right, so maybe they won't do that. I mean, I think April is, like I said, this one, if I remember correctly. Don't think I saw that in any of these. Not there. I could just put it on the page possibly. It's not there, not there, not there. Yeah, so it must be that one. I mean, I could still do that. Can I fit 2 of them on there? Let's see. I think I can. I just don't know what I would do about April. We have to just leave it off because I don't think I'm going to have room to put this. I might. Let's see, if I put this here to where it could be pulled from here, and then I put the other one next to it, which, can I fit 2? Ooh, let me look. Where are they? I buried them. I buried them. Oh no. Can I fit 2? Let me see if I can fit 2 first. Yeah, I can fit 2. Okay. And then I could put this one just at the top. Okay. You know what? We're just going to go for it because why not? I might as well use them. Got them. Let's use them. So I'll cut one more of these. We're going to just try that. I've never done 2. I mean, it's no different than doing 1 really, but I haven't tried it. So how wide was that? I do not know. We'll just stick it together. Okay. Let's just do that. All right, let's set this here so I can score with it. All right, so step 1. Cut your long piece like that. Then you got to get your bottom picture, and your bottom picture goes, I don't find it. Your bottom picture goes on your bottom piece, and that's glued over the top of this little guy. Okay, so I also need a little long strip for this, and I've got plenty left, so I'll do that. And then so you have to measure up how far your bottom picture is. So you pick your whatever your last one is. In this case, it will be January, February, March, May, June, July. So July would be last on one, and then December should be last on the other because we've got that odd one out. Does that mean one's going to have 5? It does, doesn't it? So we'll do 5 on one. Oh, that's going to be interesting. I mean, I could always just throw another picture in there. Let me see. Am I counting right? There's 12 months in a year, so obviously. 1, 2, 3. So let's just separate them. January, February. They're going to actually be the other way around, but March. Now I could I cut it down? No, I don't want to. So March, April, then May, then June. That would be 5. And this should be July. Where's August? August, September, October. So one's going to have 6. What do I want to do about that? It's not a big deal. It just means it'll stagger a little bit if it's a different size. Let me see if I have another lighthouse. I could just stick it in there somewhere. What do I have that's similar? It wouldn't be quite the same size. None of these really. Were there any in that other? Let's see. I have a nautilus shell. Oh, I could just do a nautilus shell, I guess. I don't think I have another lighthouse. I'm just looking just to make sure. don't think I do. No, I don't see it anymore. So in order to do this and make it work with the calendar that's not quite right, I'd have to add an odd picture somewhere. So what do you think? Should I do the Nautilus shell just somewhere? Or should I cut it down and make it fit? How bad would that look? Let's see how much I'd lose. See, I'd lose too much. I'd lose the bottom. You'd only get a little tiny portion, so that just doesn't work. So I have to put something else. It can be either the Nautilus shell or one of these. It won't be quite the same size, but I've got a pretty border, so it won't matter. So, I mean, any of these will probably work just fine. They're all very pretty. I'll have to trim it just a little bit. Or I do the Nautilus and I wouldn't have to trim it. Any thoughts? Anybody talking to me today? Sometimes y'all talk and answer questions, sometimes you don't. You guys gotta make me figure this out on my own. I didn't think about it having an odd number. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna do the Nautilus shell just because it's pretty and I like it. Or I could write on it and just decorate it. Ooh, I bet I have a sticker lighthouse. Ooh, there's a thought. Hold on. Let me look. I feel like, no, I didn't want these. I feel like I have a sticker. Let me see how big it is. Hold on, because I got a whole set of lighthouses. How big are they? Can I fit one of these? I could fit that green one, and I could just put it on just on this card itself. Or I could make another card and put it over the top. Either way. But that green one will fit. Even this red one will fit. Alright, maybe I'll do that. I'll just decorate one myself. That'll work. Then we don't have an odd number and it'll still be even and all that. I'm gonna make this work. So what do I put my sticker on top of? Could I just put it on top of this, I guess? Probably. Okay. The question is, do I want it on the top? I think I will put it on the top. So for this side, or we just can put it where April would be and as a filler. Would that make more sense logically? Maybe it would. Maybe we'll put it where April would be as a filler. Okay. So, first step. I'm getting so confused here. So, measure out this. So, this gets folded over like that. So, you want to start on this side. Okay? Doesn't really matter. My page is directional. It could go either way. I don't know if I like one side better than the other or not. It's one half does the other. Maybe we'll do this one, and that one, that one. Alright, so you measure out to where you want it to the first line to be, because that's the most important part, is that you get your size in there. So my first line is going to be just above that, right there. And that's it's charcoal, I think. Oh, it's chalk. And then you want to score. So we'll do that one, and then we'll do this one is what I say, June or June. Yeah. So this one, and I'm just leaving it up just a tiny, tiny bit. So we're going to start a score marks there. I'm going to cut this before I forget to do it. So this is about ½ an inch, I believe. How long is it? It's long enough to go all the way around and then wrap on itself just a little bit. So where's my ruler? Almost 2.5. So 2.5 would be 5, and then a little bit of wrapping room. So we'll say 6 inches long should be plenty long enough. So let's do 2 of these 6 inches long, which I should be able to get out of one. And I'm just guesstimating the size. It just has to be a comfortable size to move up and down, a 1/2 inch or so. You don't have to have it exact. This is 11.5, wasn't it? So I'll have to do 2. I don't know if one will be enough. Let's see. Where's my paper? We'll see if it wraps around. If I cut it, I don't want to cut it yet until I figure it out. So, like this. Has to overlap. Like this. And then that would cut about there. And then see if that's about the same size. Is it? Can I get it out of 2? Ooh, I can. I can get it out of 1. All right, awesome. So I can get it out of the 1, so I'm just going to cut this in half. Where's my little scissors? There. Good enough. Okay. So first we're going to add our score lines. So we got our little tabby things. So where did I put it? Trying to keep my area clean here. All right, score lines. So this one I did, I think, a centimeter. Yeah, I was using centimeter mark, somewhere around there. You can do like, I don't know, 1/4 inch probably is good. Well, we're going to do 1/4 inch, I think, this time. It's my score thing doesn't, it doesn't give me, see how it gives me the inch on this side, or it's down here. And the 1/4 inch doesn't line up anywhere exactly, so it's kind of weird. So we're just gonna try to do, I think I'm gonna do this centimeter because it's just easier, honestly, because it's closer. So my first mark where my first picture is, okay, that's your first score line, the top of your first picture. So score. Okay, and then you want 1 for each picture. So that would be 1 picture. That would be 2 pictures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's all of my pictures. So you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and we do the other one. So start with your picture where it's going to be. I'm just lining my mark up on a centimeter mark. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so there's our little folds. And then you just want to kind of start folding them so that they, basically you train them to stay. So go ahead and fold them. I'm going to use my bone folder if I can find it. So just fold on each little mark, and I go both directions, so don't worry about which direction first, because you want it to easily fold. So just keep folding them. so this is a file folder that I just painted with leftover paint, because that's what I do with leftover paint a lot of times. Okay, so, and then you can fold it the other way because you want it to move easily. Okay, and then once you do that, you can kind of just give it a little test and see if it feels like it's going to cooperate and fold up. It feels fine. It'll train once you start doing it a little bit too. Do that on both of these. I don't know who else on tonight. If you guys y'all have done one of these little waterfalls, and they make these, I've seen both directions. You can either make one that pushes or one that pulls. I've seen them both ways. And you don't have to have the little loopy thing, I think, if you do the type that pushes. I've seen it without it. This is the only one I've done so far, just because it seems to work, and I don't know. It just works, so I don't change it. I may do the other one at some point. I don't remember where I saw this the first time. It might have been my porch prints, is what I'm thinking. But I've seen lots of people do them, as they've been around a while. So just making sure everything looks like it's going to fold properly. All right, and you just start gluing. Well, first we're going to put this on because I don't want to forget it. All right, so here's the thing. This is what this part feeds into, okay? It sits near the bottom, and that feeds into it. So the back side has to be open, okay? So keep that in mind, but you don't want to glue that shut. So I'm just gonna put a little front on here so it makes it just a little bit easier to remember what I'm doing. Did I decide on the color? I like both of these colors, honestly. Does one look better than the other on the page? Let me just look real quick. I don't think it matters because we're going to see both sides of it, honestly. Probably. I think so. They're slightly different because they were painted, honestly, at different times. Either one. I do have a big white space there, but I'll probably end up cutting it off, honestly, because I think this is going to be a little too long, but we'll see. Because what happens is this folds down, and so I've got quite a bit there. I don't need that much. I just need enough to pull. All right, so you want this. So we're going to say this is our front. This is where our bottom picture goes on the front. So we'll say BF, bottom front, okay? And then your top picture will be the last one that you glue. Okay, you have to go that way. So the top picture will end up being this one. I hope I'm not confusing y'all. All right, so we need to put this little thingy on here, and it goes under your first picture. So you got to do it first. Okay, so you just wrap it around. So find an edge, line it up, and wrap it around. And you want it to be just a little above, not too much above, just enough, like, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch above it. Seems to work well. That's what I've done so far. I don't know if there's any method to that madness. So this is going to end up being glued down. Okay, so it doesn't have to have anything done to it per se, But you flip it over and you want to glue these to each other. But you don't want to glue them to the back. So only glue them to each other. Grab my art glitter. You can also use tape if you're more comfortable with using tape. So I know these type of glues can ooze, and we don't want it oozing too much. But we're just going to put a little right there in the middle and glue it to itself. If it oozes, make sure that you wipe it off. It did ooze a little bit. So wipe it off. You can kind of squeeze it to bend it up. Okay? But you want it to fit snug. Just snug enough that it still moves. So not super snug, but snug enough to where it'll... I'm trying to see if I got too snug. I don't think I did, but it always feels snug when I first start. I think it's okay. Okay? It has to move. It doesn't move once we start, but... Well, it doesn't have to move. It doesn't move. I don't know what I'm saying, guys. It doesn't need to move. Just don't close your back, okay? This is my back. So don't glue your back to this, because this is going to go through here. I'm so confusing sometimes. So that's going to go through there. That's tight. I wonder if I got it straight. I might have to trim that. It's possible I didn't get it straight. Yeah, let me look. I don't know. It looks straight. Maybe it's just me. I might have went just a little too snug, but we'll see. Alright, so like that. This is my bottom front. I put the clean edge there. I don't guess it really matters, honestly. Either way is fine. But I do that. I don't know, because you're hiding it, so it doesn't really matter. Just don't glue your back down. That's the most important part. The rest doesn't really matter. You can glue the front down if you want, just to keep it in place. I think I did. I don't remember. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there. All right. We're just going to glue it down, just so it doesn't move, and I know it's staying about, this one looks like about 1/8 of an inch up. All right. And then you want to find your picture that goes on the bottom front, which in this case would be January, February, March, April, May, June. So June would be my picture that goes there. Do I want to ink this or anything? Probably not, honestly. There's a lot of whites in this. It doesn't really need inked. We're just going to leave it. So we're going to glue this down. I hope I'm doing this right, guys. I always get so nervous that I'm doing this wrong. It's not that difficult. It just seems difficult, I think, when you first start doing it. All right, so you want to make sure that this stops at that fold. You want below the fold, because it has to be able to move. So start just below the fold, like 1/16 of an inch maybe. Okay, and glue it down. Straight over that little thing we just did. And that's going to be our bottom one. We're going to do the same thing on the other one. Just make sure that you don't mess with your fold. Fold's still there. Okay? Let's say, let me get my cards back. I messed them all up now. They're all out of order. I was making one with the stickers for the last one, so I got to make that. I'm going to have to create that first, because we're putting it on one of these. So I'll have to create it out of a piece that is this size. So I'll just cut it out of a piece of cardboard or something. What can I cut it out of? Oh, you know what? I could cut it out of some of this. I think I still have some scraps from this. Let's see. Just that way I keep with that kind of shiny look. Let's see if I have a piece of it. I know I do. I just don't know where I stuck it. Alright, where'd you stick it? Maybe I can just grab a new one. I don't want to grab a new one. I have some of this. Well, I should have some of this, but you know, who knows where I stuck it. But I know I didn't use it, so. I also have map paper. That could work too. I'm trying to find my scraps. They're not in here. I don't know what I did with it. It's not in here, right? Maybe it is. No, this is all labels. Okay, it's not there. I don't know where I put it. Okay, I'm losing stuff again. Not that that's anything new. Alright, we'll just grab another piece. So I just want something that I can put my sticker on top of that is about the same size as this and about the same weight. I'll make sure I'm staying about that weight. And I know this Dollar Tree cardstock is about that weight, so I'm just going to use it. I know there's 2 blue ones. I don't know if I want blue. Where's that sticker? Should I use the red one? Or should I use the green one? I might could fit a seagull on there too. That would be cute. I probably should stick with the blues just because. I'll do. It's got a little bit of red in it. That could be interesting. You won't see much of it, but I'm trying to pick one that looks like water. Does it look like a skyline? Like a sunset, maybe? I'm going to try that one. My brain is thinking it looks like a sunset, kind of. Alright, we'll try to cut a piece of that. See if I can lose that too. So I'm just going to use one of these for a guide, and I'm just going to cut a piece out of here, and I'm going to try to use that for a sunset, and then I'll do the red just because it's more interesting. So we're just going to cut this out here. Try to get it. I want to keep them all similar. So if you have to fill something in, just make sure that it's about the same size and all that. Okay, let's just cut that out. I should close that glue up. Just taking that little bit of purple off there. Use this for a tag or something. Alright, that's what we're going to put it on. Let's get our stickers out. I just want to have it ready so when I get to that point, I'm ready to stick it down. Alright. So, I think I want the red at the top like a sunset. That could be cool. It's tall, but it still fits. I like that these are see-through. Makes life easier. We'll do this one. Okay, so we're going to do this. Just debating if I'm going to use glue on it. Maybe. I probably should. I don't know about those stickers. I mean, it's a good sticker set. It's just I don't know if it'll hold. No, I don't trust stickers. Y'all trust stickers? just don't. Unless they're like the waterproof vinyl type that you get for your car. Those I trust. This is like really on there. Oh, see how sticky they are? Yeah, it's a little sticky. I don't know if it's that sticky. It might be all right. We're gonna help it just a little. It doesn't have to be everywhere, just to kind of give it a little help. All right, so that needed to be pretty close to the bottom, so about there. I don't think that's going to show, but it might. It should dry clear. There. Okay. Let me just use my rag. It's cute. All right, and then we'll put a couple of seagulls. Nope. Yep, there we go. Just drop glue. And let's see, we'll put him maybe flying kind of upward. There. And then I'm going to do this other one too, I think. Yeah, it'll work there. Not quite that much glue. These are tiny, so I don't want that much glue. Cute. All right, that'll work. That'll give us a good filler card. If I really wanted to, I could write May on, or was it May? What was it? April. I could write April on it. Wouldn't be real, but I could. We'll just leave it off. All right, so here's this one. So I'm just gonna just a little bit of a loose spot right there. I think, am I on the edge? Maybe. Let me just try and glue that. It's trying to lift on me. That's where I pulled it off because I bent it. Okay, that's better. Should I ink this one? Maybe. What should I ink it with? Do I have some blue up here? I do not. I have blue. I just gotta find it. Oh, there it is. I'll just put a little bit of blue around it, just so it's not so obvious. Just to kind of get that white off the edge there. All right, I didn't do anything with the backs of these. They do show. Let me see how much they show. I've never really, I don't know if I thought about showing last time. Let me see. I have to put it in and kind of look at what it does when you move it. Because technically it's secured down. Yeah, you do see it. You can decorate it after. We could possibly just leave it for journaling space. I think that's what I did with that, is it was supposed to be just journaling space. So, because they are all, oh, these have calendars. Ooh. Ooh. We should decorate those for sure. Should I decorate it before or after? This one didn't matter because we already did that. I didn't think about that, guys. See, there's all these things I didn't think about. The other one worked out fine because it had lines. And that was fine. But these do not have lines. These have actual calendar pages, which is not ideal for a backing. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cover them. So let's find them all. That one didn't really matter, but okay. May, February. I just want to make sure I have them all. February, March. This is technically April, May. And then June is already down, and in January. Okay, there's that pile. And then there's this pile. So August, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay. So let's just put something on the back of these real quick. Something easy would be just some plain paper. If I had some of the other paper printed out, that would be nice. I have sky. It's a little thick. I do have sky paper. That might be fun. You could still write on it. Let's just do the sky paper. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. Because I don't want to... Is this double sided? No. I don't want to take forever doing this. I'm going to glue them all down and then cut them out. We'll just use the sky paper. And it'll be however it looks, because that'll be good enough. I think I'll just use glue stick. So let's see if we can do this. And not take 5 hours doing it. What time is it? 10 o'clock. Okay. Debating if I want the glue to go on this or on the actual things. Might be safer to do it on the things. I'm not sure. Okay, we're just going to try this. This is, I think, the quickest way to cover all of this. And you could put, you know, coffee dye paper too. Or if I do it this way, then the clouds should be on the back properly. At least that's the thought process. I'm going to try to get it on the edge so I don't have to cut that. I don't know. Maybe that's overthinking it. Where's my cloth? My fingers are getting sticky already. I'm probably going to have to trim it anyway. Alright, January. Oh my goodness, really? I was trying to avoid that sticky spot. I need to get a book just for gluing instead of my cardboard pieces. The cardboard find clean spots all the time. So we're just going to stick up because I'm going to try to get kind of close, but I'm going to leave a gap and trim it. I'll probably go grab my guillotine to do this because I think it'll work easier. So, which one I'm on here? Oops, don't get glue everywhere. This should be fast, relatively fast anyway. Try not to get too much glue on them because they are shiny. I think eraser will take it off usually, but when you're dealing with shiny things like this, you can really see the glue, so do be careful. I don't think should I put it on this one? I guess I should, because otherwise it'll look out of place, I think. Because when it flips, you see that side. It's kind of cute, huh? It looks like it's off on my size a little bit. I might have to I bet whatever one I used to measure was slightly different. They probably are all slightly different, honestly. Because I think I hand cut them out, and who knows. Who knows if it was close. Where are we? May? Waterfall things take a little bit of time, but it's not terrible. I'm trying to get them lined up so that when I cut, I can just cut once. I don't know about this one because I'm going to have to watch that side because it's not the same. All right, May. June's already down because that one doesn't need a backer. So December won't need a backer either. Right. So December will be on the bottom of this one. So let's just sit that over there because it doesn't need a backer. Okay. Oops. Oh. That one's empty. Let me grab another one. Try to get enough out of this for this one. You can squeeze enough out of it. Oh, I totally got glue on the front of it. Yeah, these are totally not the same. What? Get that glue off. Like I said, if worse comes to worse, I think I can take an eraser. Usually a latex eraser, which I'm not allergic to latex, my daughter is, but you do have to be careful with that. I'm going to get a different piece of cardboard. That one is not so good. I forgot what I was doing. I was looking for a glue stick. I don't think I have one opened anywhere. Okay, where are we? Wow. That's very dry. There it goes. I'm like, why is this so dry? It's because it's new. Well, I got a gloopy about it, glue on there. Very gloopy. Oh my goodness. It's gonna slide all over the place because it's too gloopy. Now I got too much on that cardboard. I like having my cloths because it really helps when you get glue oozing. Okay. It's a good thing I got 500 pieces of cardboard under here. I just keep grabbing different ones, but I'm just going to switch sides. Almost done. Where's that train again? I hadn't planned on having to cut all these out, but I do need something on the back. But it should be fairly fast with the guillotine. Okay. And I could have just left it. I mean, you know, it's a junk journal. If you don't mind seeing that it was junk, I mean, I'm being a little, OCD about it. But those who know me know that's how I am. That's how I roll. Too OCD. So, I know, I think I told y'all that I was doing the, what is it called? oh my gosh, I've done forgot. The journaling thing with Fraps and Scraps, and it's not, is it journaling around? No. I don't know, guys. My brain. I need to write it down so I have it when I'm talking to y'all. Anyway, I'm doing that event. It's on Wednesday the 22nd. So that particular Wednesday, I won't be working in this journal. I will be working on that event. And it's an Alice in Wonderland thing, so that'll be fun. So I'm going to be doing something on my normal day will be doing that in that group. And I'll post all the information when it gets closer, but just so y'all know, so you're not expecting to see me doing this. Is that all of them? Yes, I think so. Okay. So let's glue this one down. I'm going to let that sit for just a second, and then we'll grab the guillotine. So I'm going to glue this one down, and I need a little strap on there. So you just want one side longer than the other so it'll fold over. And remember, don't go so tight that nothing can get in there to move. If you're worried about going too tight, I suppose you could just, well, you know what you could do? You could put this over it. And then you know that it won't be too tight. Does that make sense? Because if it'll fit, it'll fit. So we're just going to stick that over it for a second. Just gluing it to itself only, not to the base. It'll slide off until I glue the front. Alright, let's glue the front. Try to go the same size as I did the other one, which was about, looks like about 1/8 of an inch, I think. And we're just going to stick that down. Okay. And it gets glued down when you put the thing on there, but I think it works better if you give it a little glue on its own too. So this is December, which should be the last one, which I think is how we wanted it to flow. It's not a big deal, but I think that was the thought. Remember, start just below your first line where your crease is. Glue that one down. Ooh, that one's a little long. It fits, but just barely. Almost went too long on it. I guess I should have stuck these all together and made sure they were the same size. They obviously are not quite the same size. They're close, but not quite. Alright, so there is those two. So now we can start gluing our others. Well, we got to cut them out first, and then we'll glue them. Gosh, this is taking a long time. Just because I didn't think about having that one step. All right, where's my guillotine? Hold on, I gotta grab it. I don't want to try to cut it with the other one because this will definitely be better. For one thing, the glue may still be wet. Okay, so I think I'll go this direction. It looks fairly straight. I'm just going to line it up as best I can. Hopefully I will get it correct. Always fine tune it in a minute. Actually, I think I might trim this off first. No, I'm gonna trim this because I can't see where to go. They're a little bit off, but I'll fix the bottom one in a minute. Because they're not quite the same size. Oh, I was going to cut that. Okay. So, I'm not leaving a border with this. I'm trying to get, ideally, as straight as I can. Some of these were not the same size. Like that's not the same size. So we'll fine tune them all. I'll make it work. And I can always ink it if it doesn't cut right. There, now it's got a backing. That side's not too bad. I'll leave this side. Did I miss it? I think I did. This side. Sorry about all the tedious set. Oh, that is definitely not even. There. It's done until I moved it. Then it was like obvious. Alright, there. Good. Okay. I usually would not make y'all watch me do all this cutting. You know, it's kind of boring, so if you're catching a replay, you can fast forward. Nice thing about replays, isn't it? Still got that edge there. Nope, not quite. It's totally crooked. It's very crooked. There. Right, with that one. I don't know if it's enough to worry about. If y'all haven't used the guillotine, guys, I know they seem really scary, but they're really not that bad. The blade itself is not like crazy sharp. It's more of a pressure than a cut. So, unless you straight up stick your finger right under there, they're not quite as scary as they seem. I used to be terrified by them. Okay, one more. Good. No, not quite. Okay, I think I got them all. Oh, I missed August. I just left it sitting over there all by its lonesome. It's just sitting over there. It's like, hey, what about me? There we go. Okay. Okay, I think we got it. Now we can set them all up again. Make sure we got them in order. Okay, so December, we need November. That'll be next. And then October would be after that. February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. August, September, and July. Okay, we'll do those first and I'll do this one. Okay, so you line them all up with the way you want them, okay? It usually doesn't matter what order they're in, unless you're doing some sort of a theme like this, it does not matter. And you just put glue in that little space. Now, some people use tape because it just is easier to control. So if you feel okay with your art glitter and you think you can control it and not have it ooze too badly, you can use your art glitter just fine. I just try to stay within there. And then below that fold, just like on the first one, so you don't want to hit the fold, just go just below it. Try to line it up so that it's somewhat ordered. These aren't the same size, like I said, so it's not going to be 100% exact. And hopefully I'm not oozing on the other side. That's the only thing. It's a little riskier using glue because it does ooze so much. So trying to be, you know, being a little stingy with the glue. Because you can't, it's hard to like look under and see if it's oozing at this point because you don't want to move it while it's securing itself. Wow, the sizes of these, it's not a huge deal, but the sizes are way off. I didn't feel like getting the tape out. I don't know if I used tape last time. Y'all might remember, some of you that watched me. Did I use tape or did I use glue? September, October. Either's fine, but you do have to be more careful with glue for sure. I'm trying to find my rag. Because you don't want to glue your cards together. So you can kind of peek in and look. And they seem fine. Fine so far. I don't know if the tape holds any better than the art glitter. I mean, I think art glitter holds pretty good, so. Ideally, you do want to give it time to dry before you go folding it. You know, it's a little bit safer. Go a little farther. Just below. Trying to secure it really well. Okay, so we're going to set that aside. Let it sit for just a second. We'll do this one. So we have June, April, May. May will be next. April, March, January, and February. I think these will be pretty. And you can decorate them more. Just double checking that. So was oozing out the sides, but it doesn't seem like it's oozing out the bottom. Am I the right way? Yeah. Also make sure you're the right direction. You don't want to put it upside down, that would be bad. So anyway, hopefully y'all can join me when we do that. I hate that I can't remember the name of it, guys. I have like an email I could look at, but Lordy Lord. Okay. So each time I'm just staying below the score mark. Just have to make sure that, you know, everything still folds. That's definitely key to making these little guys. It's hard to see. There it is. All right, so then you want to take your little tail and you stick it in there. Okay, now this is going to be your pull thing. This gets glued only. Do not glue this down. You glue this down, it will not work. Only glue the little thingy if you're gluing. You don't have to glue it. I mean, you could just stick it in a pocket or something, and then you would just hold it to do it. Okay, so that's how it basically works. This is glued, so that part stays in one place, and then this is pulled, and it shows you all the little pictures. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so this part you want to say pull, basically, on it somehow. So we'll figure that out, but I'm not going to cut it yet until I look at how it fits on the page and where I want to cut it. I think that's dry. Maybe. We're going to go ahead and just fold these just to make sure they've got good folds. The better they fold, and honestly, the stiffer they are, card-wise, I think the better they work. So I always just kind of give it a little fold, make sure everything feels like it's folding good. And we'll tuck our little bottom in. This one just... it feels like it's crooked. I'm just going to trim it just ever so slightly because it's just not. I'm just going to angle that tiniest little bit. So I can't get it in there. Just enough to hopefully make it fit in there. Enough? No, let's do the other side too. Which side did I just do? That side? Yeah. I'm going to do it this way. So, I'm not taking much. I mean, a sliver. So I still want it to fit snug. I just don't want it to not fit. That's bad. Not fitting isn't good. It might be that I just made that one a little too tight. There we go. Okay. So we've got those. So this one looks like this. Yeah, it's a little snug. I'm going to have to loosen it. That's why you test it before you glue it down. I can't move it. Hold on. Which side? This side? Yes. I got to trim that just a little bit more. Oops. Don't drop it. That's fine. I'm just going to trim that whole side right there. Just cut that. I did not want to cut that. Did I go through it? Oh, I didn't. Good. Don't cut your little thing off. The little holder thing. I would have had to re-glue it. I didn't cut it right. Let me look. Oh, I did cut it. Did I? I think I did. Let me see. Yeah, I did. All right, I gotta re-glue this real quick. I'm just gonna try to glue it around that edge. If I have to, I'll replace it and do it. Wasn't supposed to cut all the way down to the bottom. Let's see if I can get it on there. If I can, I'll replace it. Don't cut all the way down if you get it too big. All right, let's see. Let's see if that's enough. See if my glue went too far over. Oh, it did, didn't it? Where's my spatula? I might have to replace that whole piece. Silly girl. What were you thinking? I don't know if I can do that. I'm trying to see if it's going to stay. It's holding fairly well. Let me see. Maybe it'll stay. It's still so tight. Yeah. All right. That's fine. I can do this. I can make it work. I just gotta figure out how to get it off. Logically. I should be able to get under that one. I'm trying not to mess it up. I don't know how on earth I managed that one. Let's see if I can get under there. If I can get that piece off, I can re-glue my little tail. But I got to get under that to do it. I think I can lift it without messing it up, hopefully. We're going to find out. Because I don't have another one. I think I can do it. Alright, good. So, I just got to wrap another piece around. Don't cut yours off. I don't know what I was thinking. I really don't. I was thinking that it was too big. That's what I was thinking. Now I'm going to have a fold in my card. Bummer. All right, where's my paper? Paper, where'd you go? There you are. Oh, lordy. Some days. You know, there's just going to be days where you're going to mess up and you just got to roll with it. Because, you know, it happens. I'm debating if I want to go all the way to the end there. I think I do. Alright, so I'm going to try to stick that back. Give myself enough room. Stick that. It's a little damaged, but you know what? It's junk, so it's okay. We're just gonna hope for the best. Let me make sure this fits this time. So I'm gonna cut that. Now you know what to do if you mess it up. I'm gonna cut this, leave it looser this time. It is important that you do not make that too tight because it definitely has to be able to go in there. And it has to be able to go in there and go run all the way up the length. okay? So make sure that this piece is the same all the way. Like it can't be 2 1/8 on one end and 3/16 on the other, which must be what I did. Tight. Okay. How bad is it? Let's see. See, I just have this little wrinkle where I pulled it up and it creased, but I'm okay. That's feasible. I can live with that. So anyway, try not to make that mistake. Y'all do what I say, not what I do. I was having a day. I lost all my viewers. I got like 2 people on here. All right. So once you do that and you make sure that it does slide completely up like it's supposed to, then once you do that, you can glue it into your book and make your little pull tabby. Okay, so let's find our page. If I can figure out where it's at. There it is. All right. So we're still going to use, I think we'll still use this lighthouse. Maybe. I don't have to. I mean, because technically now I've kind of filled in the hole, but we'll see how long it is. It might be too long with that, because I only need enough to pull. So it could go as low as this. It could go as low as that. So I think I'll leave that off. We'll put something else there. Maybe I'll put lighthouses or beach or something. I'll make something to go there. So I'm going to come up just a little bit. I'm just going to have something written here. We'll come up to about here, I think. So the pull thing can be how you want it. How did I do it? Usually I just make a curve. It doesn't really matter. You know, I don't know. We're just going to make a curve. So I'm going to find something to make a curve with. I usually just set something on there that's about the right size. I've got a can here. About tape. Is that about the right size? No, that's too big. Oh, my can. My can might be the right size. Let's see. That's feasible. Okay, I'm just going to use my can. So, because I want them to be the same size, I want each one to be identical. Here's what I'm going to do. I've got tape all over this already, but so I'm going to find a spot where I like it, and I'm going to mark my can where that edge is. I'm going to turn it around here. I'm trying to do both sides. And then I'll mark my can where it needs to be on this side. I'm just trying to lift it until it hits where I want it to hit. I could just trace it, honestly. But it would be easier if I have a mark to see. So I'm just going to do that one with pencil because I already had tape there. So I've got tape for this edge, which is technically there, because I want them to be similar. So I'm just going to stick that one there. God, I can't see both sides. And that one there. I think that looks pretty darn good. All right. And then we're going to, I hope that's deep enough. I think it is. I'll draw a real light line in pencil. And then if it looks bad, we'll rethink it. Yeah, that's about right. It just has to be enough to grab a hold of. That should be fine. Okay. So where's my long scissors? Because they'll look better. Don't cut anything you're not supposed to cut. Lesson learned. Don't cut anything you don't want cut. I'm gonna cheat. Should make them about the same. Well, I would if I can cut right. Close enough. All right, we got two little things. I'm going to erase that line. Still got a little bit of line on there. My can back. Put my Fabri-Tac can back. Okay. So now, so remember you have to, let me get this, I'm trying to get it straight. Okay. Stay. So January I'm going to put on the left. You just gotta kind of play with it and see exactly where you want it, but I think about there will be good, because then, yeah, that should be good. It gives me enough room to pull and enough room to put some sort of decoration up here. So remember, we do not want to glue. I'm not going to get too close to the signature. I'd rather be on this side. So I'm going to do this one first, I think. I'm just going to make a tiny mark right there. So I want to glue to this only, remember. Only this. If I glue to anything else, we're going to have issues. So only in the inside. You could also use tape if you're worried about it. Double stick tape. I don't think that's going to ooze out. So, and then line up my top. Keep it straight. I think that's good. Hold it for a second. I just want to make sure I didn't glue it. Should have folded that up. I usually fold it up just a little bit just to give myself something. Okay, that's good. All right, I'll do this one. Should I make a mark? I should, because you know I'll never line it. Just gonna make one right there. Okay, only to this little thing. In the middle. Try not to go too far top and bottom, because I don't want it to stick to that anywhere else. And we'll line up the top. Make sure I'm kind of straight in the middle there, just so it looks nice. Okay, hold that in place just for a minute. Okay, give it a little fold up. Okay, so that is our waterfall effect. Whew, that was a long one, guys. I did not think that was going to take me that long. it was a lot. I was doing 2 of them, and, you know, then we had the backing issue, and then we had the mistake issue, and, you know, one thing led to another. It is what it is. You got to go with the flow. It's okay. I like it. I think it looks cute. So I'm going to put something here. I do have those little letters. I'll have to see if I can write lighthouse. Do you think I could? I've got some labels I made. Let me see what's in there. I don't remember what I made. I made some myself because, honestly, because I couldn't find any labels to buy that I liked. So I just went ahead and made some. So what do I got here? I have sand, surf, sun. I have sun and sea. I have eat, beach, sleep, repeat, sparkle like the ocean, salt in my hair, salt in the air, sand in my hair. The beach is my happy place. Those are all the bigger ones, I think. These are a little big, but not as big. Mermaid one, Make-A-Wish, starfish, aloha, ocean is calling. So, do we like any of these for our saying? Or I could write just lighthouses, but I think I'll just use one of these. So, salt in my hair, salt in the air, sand in my hair. I don't know that that's real lighthousey. Sparkle like the ocean. Lighthouses, sparkle, maybe. I was kind of thinking mermaid, but you know. Sun and sea. Probably not that. Thinking maybe one of these. Is anybody even still watching? It looks like Deborah's here. Any thoughts, y'all? Do you like any of the sayings, or should I make up something else? I just do these on I have a program called Sketch Club that I use to do my labels. I'm trying to see if anybody's watching. I can't tell. Sometimes you're all around, but then you fall asleep. Deborah's here. What do you think, Deborah? Do you like any of those sayings? Maybe it's either sun and sea, maybe, or sparkle. That's kind of what I'm thinking. One of those. Y'all are supposed to help me. I'm waiting. Nobody's helping. You're gonna make me make this decision, aren't you? Sun and sea. Thank you. I hate making decisions. I really do. Alright, we'll use sun and sea. This has like blue ink on it. I think that's fine. I did ink the edges already. Ooh, I'm yawning. Goodness. It's almost 11. Yeah, you both said sun and sea. Cool. Okie dokie. I can hold on to it. Trying to get it straight. I got that other page messing with me. I think I'm straight. There we go. So that is our little waterfall thing that took us forever. I hope y'all like it. I know it's a little tedious, but if you're doing one, it's not as bad, I promise. But they're cute, aren't they? I think they're so much fun. I just love playing with them. I don't know what I'm hitting my finger. So that's how they flip. That one's snagging a little bit, but it's not too bad. And then, so, am I hitting this? Maybe that's what I'm hitting. I don't know, I'm hitting something. I can't tell what it is. It's not that. What is it hitting? Oh, it is that. It's the next one down that was hitting it. That's what it is. I'll just have to glue that edge a little bit better. All right, that's what it is. Let me glue that edge better. I could sand it a little bit. I didn't think about snagging on that. It's a little thick. The paper is. It might be too thick. It's pretty glued down, guys. It doesn't need more glue. All right, well, hold on. Let's see if I can do this without messing it up. Just gonna, I'll probably re-ink it. I'm just gonna try to give it a little more graduation there. See if I can get it to not catch. Doesn't have to be re-inked, honestly. Let's see if it snags still. That's a little better. Cool. This one? Yeah, okay. Whew. Yeah, so when you put something above it, do make sure that it's not too thick, because it will snag. I got a little piece right there. Try to get under there. Make sure it lays down flat. It's got to be very flat. And this, I didn't think about this. This is cardstock, so it's a little bit thick. All these things you got to think about. Goodness gracious. I was going to write pull on there or something, right? Do I have anything? I mean, I can just handwrite it. Not that it's not obvious. So it's pull and push, but you pull first. So I usually say pull. I do have those little letters. Are these letters or numbers? I think they're letters. I don't know if I have enough. Let's see. If I can even find them. All right, there's, is that a P or a B? Good question. I'm going to see if it'll fit first. P-U. It doesn't go up in there, so you don't have to worry about it snagging. I know I have the L's here somewhere. Would 2 L's fit on there? These are die cuts from the last Sizzix release. I think they were in with the globe. I think. I know there's got to be, I did like 4 or 5 sets, so there's got to be at least several L's in here. I can always do more and add it later. I might have done more white than black, but I thought I did more black. Gosh, I can't see the letters. I need a better way to organize these. There's an L. Come here, little L. You fighting me. So I could do it like that. Or I could just make a label. It's going to be hard to get those letters straight. They're so tiny and so... I like them, but they're very tiny. I don't know if I have enough made. Like I said, I sat and cut a bunch of them, but I didn't sit and cut a billion. Maybe I'll just make some labels and stick them on. I might. I don't know. I do kind of like this. I like the little black labels. Well, let's see. We'll see if we can find another set. I don't know. There's not 4 sets here. I don't feel like there's 4 sets here. I mean, 26%. There's a lot here, but don't know that I did 4. I could turn an F into an L. Couldn't I? Oh, no, I can't because it's the wrong side. The front and the back are different. So I can't turn an F into an L. Well, I can, but it wouldn't look right. Alright, where are these L's hiding? Oh, there's one. I just need to see if I have 4. The other letters will be easy. It's the L's that are going to get me. There's one. There's another one. Oh my gosh, I have 4. I must have had 4 sets. Yay. Alright, find another P. Where did that go? I just shot it across the table. There's a P. I think it's a P. It could be a B, but I think, no, the B's whole. The B's big. I was thinking maybe it was little, but these are all capitals, I guess. All right, U. U. Where are you hiding? I didn't separate the vowels, I don't think. Did I? No, here it is. There. I found them all. Amazing. We'll just glue those on there. The bad part is once I start using them, how will I know what letters are left? That's the bad part, because you don't know. You know, I might be looking for an hour trying to find a letter that's not even there. You almost have to just die cut them as you need them. This is a little tedious. We're going to try it. We're going to attempt to put this on. It would have been easier if I hadn't folded it yet, but alright, so this P just has to barely fit there. Okay. Gosh, is it 11? Oh my gosh, my husband's going to kill me. I'm not supposed to go past 11. He has to get in the bathroom. I don't like him getting in there because it's right next to me, like literally like 10 inches away from my table, because the wall's right there and it's noisy. That's why I try not to go past 11. I hope I've got these over far enough. We'll find out if my L fits. Ah, I knew I wasn't going to be able to hold that. Okay. Ta-da! I did it. Yay. It works. Just barely. Just does work. This one seems like it's not got as much room. I'm trying to make sure I'm in there. They're so little. They're cute, but they're hard to handle. I would not try this without our glitter glue though, because you really need that tiny little nozzle. Make sure I got the gap a little off. Can I move it? Kinda. There. This last L is definitely not going to fit. I don't know how, but I got that one slightly different. It does appear that way. So we're going to have a little wonky L probably. We're just going to lift it up just a little bit. It'll be a tiny bit wonky. There we go. Good enough. All right. That will work. So now we know to pull. There's our page. Cute. There's that letter. I knew I dropped it somewhere. Here it is. All right. So it's not super bulky. It's a little bulky, but it's not bad. It's like I don't know, not quite 1/8 of an inch. So it's a little bulky. But that's because I used 5 or 6. If you use 5, then it's a little less bulky. So do keep that in mind. That's our project for today. I will be back on Friday, and I hope you all enjoyed it. You know, seeing me make mistakes is a good thing, right? Because then you know that there's ways to fix things and not to freak out. It's only paper, right? All right, guys. Y'all take care. I will see you next time. I'll see you on Friday. And make sure to check me out on YouTube, too. I'll be posting this over there. It's the same name, Elisa's Art Room. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.